I may, I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's town board workshop meeting. And we start the meeting with the pledge of allegiance. Excuse me. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We welcome and thank everybody for showing up tonight. And welcome those at home or if you want. First things tonight is our public comment period. If anyone cares to come up to the podium and make a comment, the floor is open to you. If not, please and thank you.
Hi.
We're hitting this up.
Okay, please move. I'm sorry. Please. Thank you very much.
All right.
Not staring into the sun.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for letting me come in today. I live over on Spring Ave, and I'll first start by saying, like, I recognize we're a small town and our resources are limited. Like, I totally get that. But we've had some water issues down on Spring Avenue multiple times this year. Over the last couple of years, it has happened, and it seems to be happening a little bit more frequently. I understand we're on the end, sorry.
No, please continue.
I understand we're on the end of the water line. So I'm in the bank of houses right on the end of Spring Ave past Weatherwax Road. And what we're experiencing down there, and I've checked in with my neighbors about it, is we're getting discolored water, and not just like a little bit of brown. We're talking dirt in the toilet, water down there. When there was the big fire down here, I get it. The hydrant system gets taxed, it affects the water lines. I called the water department the other day. The town of Brunswick ran drills. Low water is getting affected. I've always lived on municipal water. I've lived in bigger places, so I understand like volume in the big city versus volume here. Changes will be felt a little bit more here. But I guess my concern is it's happening more frequently. I don't know what can be done about it. And when it happens, I don't know that the water is safe to drink. I know that there's chlorine in the water and it's treated, but when there's dirt in the bottom of the toilet, that seems like a little bit much. And when we run it out of the faucet, it's not readily apparent it's discolored. When you get it in a small amount in a glass cup, you don't see that it's brown. You don't necessarily see the dirt unless you have it against a white backdrop. So there's been times we drank it when it's like that. My husband got sick drinking it the last time this happened a couple months ago. And so I'd like to know, how do we make sure the water is safe when this happens? I know the resources are limited here. I think the water department is one person strong, and there's only so much one person can do. And then my other request is, how do we get better notification out there that there might be something going on? I see from time to time things get put on the town website, but there's got to be a better way. I don't go onto the town website every morning to see what the heck is happening with the water today. But I know that Brunswick drilling, if they don't notify you, how could you possibly know the water is going to be discolored? I don't know what the solution is, but I'd like to see something in the form of a notification system so that when it is known, or if I'm having an issue and I notify the water department, my neighbors know that it's not just them. Text messaging is convenient. I don't know if there's a system in place here to do text messaging, if there is a list. If a Microsoft Forms template could be put on the website where residents could sign up and put their emails in so that email notification could go out to us when something goes on the front page about it. But I'm just expressing my concerns about the water issues down on the end of Spring Ave. I've read on the website recently, like there's talk of expanding the water district. This might become a bigger problem when more people get on the line. I don't know. But curious what everybody's thoughts are. I can answer questions.
How do I get back in touch with you?
You can call me
Do
or
you mind if
email
I
me.
call you? Or-
Yeah, I don't mind either or. Can I just write my number down so I'm not blasting it?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Well, before you leave, just give me.
Yeah,
your number.
I'll give you my contact
Thanks
information,
very
and
much.
I'm happy to brainstorm solutions.
I have a few comments regarding this. First of all, what did the water department tell you?
The other day when I called town hall, I think I spoke to a woman in the clerk's office who called the water person, who said this was news to them. They had just called Brunswick, and Brunswick told them they had done drills the night before. In the past, he's come out and he's flushed the hydrant to try and clear the water. I don't know that he flushed the hydrant this time. It took about a day and a half for it to clear. I'm still trying to cycle it through my hot water right now because it fills our storage tank, and then we have to empty the whole storage tank to get the water clear again.
So
And
did he give you any indication of how it would be fixed in a more permanent way?
I did not speak to him at all.
Oh,
I left a voicemail, but I didn't speak to him at all. I believe the woman in, I think it was the clerk's office. I think I dialed 113.
maybe when Tom talks to the water manager, he can give him your contact information.
I've talked to him before in the past. Like, he's familiar with my phone calls.
Okay.
Again, growing up in a city, I've never had water issues like this. And when I bought the house, I was like, oh, great, it's municipal. I know how to do this. But this has been a consistent issue. It became
Should
more
be fixed.
pronounced 3 years ago when my son was born, and we're trying to make baby formula, and now the water's brown. I'm having to take my bottles to my mother-in-law's house to wash them because I'm not sure that the water's safe.
Does he have test kits where you can test their water?
Oh, that's tomorrow morning.
Okay. I live around the corner from you on Saddle Hill Road.
Okay.
And we're on the well, and I decided not to go with city water just because our well is fine and no reason. However, when we first moved to the house, we noticed a lot of gravel in the bottom of our toilet tanks. So I put in a whole house water filter, and they're relatively inexpensive, they're relatively easy to put in. And it at least filters out all the dirt, sand, all that kind of stuff. And you have to change it about once a year. It won't obviously filter out any kind of toxic contaminants, which I assume are not in the water. But in terms of getting rid of the dirt and the brown water, they're very effective.
Yeah, it's
So
just an added expense on top of the water.
I know, I know, but I did that in my house 20 years ago plus, and we've been very happy with it. And I change the filter once a year. There was something else I was gonna say, but I'll come back to it.
Isn't the notification system, is that?
Oh, yes. That's the other thing I was gonna mention. We had talked about this a couple of years ago, and there are some free services that we were going to use, but we have to collect phone numbers for text messaging.
Right.
And I don't know how that progressed, but we did actually find information about like penny type services. That's a penny per text message or something. And you just have to use your cell phone. You can call it in right from your phone, and they'll fire out notifications to how many people are on the list. And I just don't remember what happened with that discussion, but I know we talked about it. And we found services that are available. And it was very inexpensive.
That would be lovely.
Thank you, David.
Trying to remember when that was. It was a while, right? But it was specifically for the water problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I remember the conversation.
There must be something in the office somewhere. Thank you very much.
Thanks for hearing me out.
Thank you very much for taking the time to come and see us.
Thank you.
This is the best number to call you back at, right?
Oh, yeah, that's my cell phone. You'll get me right away. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been. Thank you. Next, please.
Would now be an appropriate time to bring up the farmer's market?
Please do, Sherry.
Okay, hi, my name's Shaylin. I know some people in here. I've worked in Poestenkill for the last year at the store next door. I've gotten to know the community. I grew up in Berlin on the mountain over here, and I've gotten to know the community very well. A lot of everyone that lives here is full of like farmers and makers, and I think it would be a great idea to bring back the farmer's market in Poestenkill. So I just wanted to propose that to you all.
We would like to have a farmer's market here. You just have to watch, I mean, you just prove the vendors that you have, just on insurance, just check that. I did put a call into our insurance company asking about farmers, what they need. I'm waiting for a response back on that. Okay, as far as the balance of this year goes, the library is having
Farmers market.
We're having a fall
Market day.
art market.
Market day, which is quite a bit. And then we're having
Recycling.
electronics.
Yeah, but that's on the 27th and that's over
That'll
here.
be in the
So.
pipeline.
So this area in front is available
Right,
for the,
for the 27th.
every Saturday. Are you going to do Saturday mornings?
I was thinking of Saturdays would be good. I know that Troy has their farmer's market on Saturdays. So I wanted to collaborate with vendors and see if Saturday would be an appropriate day. And perhaps maybe Sunday, I would have to see instead of,
Is that Saturday?
yeah.
Okay, and there was recent work done, as you can see, around
Yes,
the monument.
looks great.
And a sign, and when you do have something, we just ask people stay out of those particular areas to allow the grass to grow better, or back in, I should say.
And I know that you had proposed when we spoke earlier, Labor Day weekend through Columbus Day weekend would be the time period. Of
Well,
the
that,
market.
if that works for us, open, because it was work last weekend, and then the only other thing I know right now is the library day, which they consume quite a bit of the property.
Yeah, but that won't
Yeah.
interfere with it. We had that all the time.
Okay.
That didn't interfere.
I think David has better experience, much better
I
experience.
actually spoke with a volunteer from the library who was helping organize that event, and she said she would like to collaborate and like maybe have some people donate art and we can all be together in community and kind of have it to be one big event.
I think it's worth it.
Should we do like just a sense of the board to say that we approve of this?
I would like to bring that up, like the other members, June,
The
Frank.
only issue that you had was the insurance,
Right,
right? Everybody-
Right, that was the only thing that I came up with.
And if all the vendors have insurance, then they're doubly covered
We just like to add the town as an additional insured.
on their policy.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm all for it. Great, thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, could you repeat what you said about
We would just like to have the town be an additional insured on the vendor's policy.
on the vendor's business
Correct,
insurance
yes,
policy?
just because it's gonna be on town property if anything
Absolutely.
happens.
And would non-food vendors also need insurance that includes the town on their policy?
Yes,
Art and crafts and all those
Yes.
things as well?
Mostly slip and fall kind of thing.
Okay, absolutely, totally.
I don't-
I'm sorry.
I mean, we had it before, they participated, I think it's a fine idea.
We're all in favor of it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking the initiative to come before
Thank
us
you.
and pull this off.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks off to you. Anyone else? All right, I would like to say something. I'd like to commend Chase Bentz, Rob Bentz, and the crew that they had working this past Saturday and Sunday on the work around the World War II Memorial and our town sign. They did a fantastic job on landscaping and making it looking much better. And then I'd also like to commend DJ and the highway crew for the excellent job that they have done on the outside of the building. Phenomenal how how well it looks. And I thank both groups for their efforts. And it's a very welcome beautification of Town Hall. Very practically done. Thank you. Okay, next item up, the town clerk meeting minutes for the town board meeting of August 14, 2025. Has everyone had a chance to review them?
I move that they accept the minutes.
Thank you, David.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Frank. All those in favor of accepting the August 14, 2025 town board meeting minutes?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Thank you. Okay, discussion items. First item up is Poestenkill Town Court application to the 2025-2026 Justice Court Assistance Program grant program to purchase specified equipment. What our court is looking to do is purchase roughly $2,696.77 of equipment for their court system. And they're looking to put that application in to take advantage of the grant program. Comments, anybody? Okay, thank you. Next item up is to set a public hearing date of Thursday, September 11, 2025, to declare the Poestenkill Town Board as lead agency for the proposed action of adopting the 2025 comprehensive plan. Okay, move to action items. Action item number A is approval of resolution number 29-2025, authorizing the Poestenkill Town Court to apply to the 2025-2026 Justice Court Assistance Program, grant program.
Can I read it?
Thank you.
Resolution 29-2025, resolution authorizing the Poestenkill Town Court to apply for the 2025-26 Justice Court Assistance Program grant, whereas the Office of Justice Court Support has notified all justice courts of the ability of a 2025-26 Justice Court Assistance Program grant, and whereas the grant funds are eligible for court purposes, for additional devices, for electronic appearances, and whereas the Poestenkill Justice Court is preparing an application to be submitted to the Justice Court Assistance Program for the grant of funds to enhance the Poestenkill Justice Court's ability to provide suitable and sufficient services to the community of Poestenkill, and whereas the board of the town of Poestenkill authorizes the Poestenkill Town Board to apply for the grant in the 2025-2026 grant cycle up to $30,000, and whereas the application must be authorized by the town board resolution signed by at least one town justice and the town supervisor, thereby certifying that any grant funds received will not be used to reduce the town court's budget. Now let it therefore be resolved that Justice Thomas Slavin and Gregory Pronow are hereby authorized by the town board to make an application to the Justice Court Assistance Program for a grant of funds to assist in the operation of the Poestenkill Town Court. So moved.
Thank you very much, Eric. Okay, June seconds.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Brazais?
Yes.
Councilman Haas?
Yes.
Councilman Oliver?
Yes.
Supervisor Russell?
Yes, please. Thank you very much, Eric. And June. Okay, next item up is approved resolution 30-2025, setting Thursday, September 11, 2025, as the public hearing date for the Poestenkill Town Board to be declared the lead agency for adoption of the 2025 comprehensive plan. Resolution 30-2025. Resolution to declare lead agency for the proposed action of adopting the 2025 comprehensive plan. Whereas pursuant to section 272A of the New York State Town Law, the Town Board of the Town of Poestenkill, hereinafter referred to as the Town Board, has determined that an update is required to the existing 2006 Town of Poestenkill Comprehensive Plan. And whereas the town board appointed a comprehensive planning committee, CPC, with the task of overseeing the development of a new town comprehensive plan. And whereas the CPC has completed the task of creating a new comprehensive plan and has referred the draft to the town board for review. And whereas the proposed action is the adoption of the 2025 Town of Poestenkill Comprehensive Plan, hereinafter referred to as the 2025 plan, which will replace the previously adopted comprehensive plan. And whereas the adoption of the 2025 plan is a type 1 action under seeker per New York State Code 617.4B. And whereas the town board is the only entity that can legislatively adopt the 2025 plan, thus the town board seeks to serve as the lead agency for the proposed action. And whereas the town board has prepared and reviewed Part 1 of the Fulfillment Environmental Assessment Form as part of the advancing review of this proposal of the proposed action. And whereas the proposed action would not involve approval from a federal agency, and whereas the town board is required to refer the proposed 2025 plan to the Poestenkill Planning Board for review per Town Law 272A. And whereas the town board is also required to refer the 2025 plan to the Rensselaer County Department of Economic Development and Planning under GML 239-M. And whereas the Rensselaer County Department of Economic Development and Planning review and the Town of Poestenkill Planning Board review are both considered an advisory opinion. Therefore, neither board is considered to be eligible for lead agency status under seeker in this action. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the town board of the Town of Poestenkill in regular session duly convened as follows. The town board, number 1, the town board hereby declares themselves as lead agency pursuant to seeker. Number 2, the town board determines that the project is a type 1 action under seeker and is implementing regulations at 6 New York Code number 617.6B with respect to the proposed action to adopt the 2025 plan. 3, the town board hereby directs the referral of the proposed 2025 Town of Poestenkill Comprehensive Plan to the Rensselaer County Department of Economic Development and Planning for review and recommendation pursuant to New York General Municipal Law number 239-M. 4, the town board hereby directs the referral of the proposed 2025 comprehensive plan to the Town of Poestenkill Planning Board for review and comment. Number 5, town board authorizes and directs the town clerk to notice the identified involved and interested agencies of this action classification and lead agency declaration. Number 6, the town board hereby directs the town clerk to send notification of the public hearing to all adjoining municipalities. Number 7, the town board hereby schedules a public hearing on the proposed 2025 Town of Poestenkill Comprehensive Plan to be held before the Town of Poestenkill Town Board on September 11, 2025, commencing at 7 p.m. at the Town of Poestenkill Town Hall, and further directs that notice of such public hearing be posted and published in accordance with applicable law. Involved and interested agencies: Town of Poestenkill Town Board, Town of Poestenkill Planning Board, Rensselaer County Department of Economic Development and Planning, Rensselaer County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation. Prepared and approved as formed by Ian Silverman, Town Attorney. I call for the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Frank.
Councilwoman Butler? Yes. Councilman Berzais?
Yes.
Councilman Haas?
Yes.
Councilman Oliver?
Yes.
Supervisor Russell?
Yes, please. Okay, next item up, approval of resolution number 31-2025, hiring Gleason, Gunn, Walsh, and O'Shea, PC legal firm to defend the town against legal action.
Can I ask how you came up with this software?
Well, we initially contacted Murphy, Burns, and Grudine. That's the firm that Stephen Grudine works on, and he's been involved with the case. Actually, it was Jim Burns was the partner. I called him first and foremost because I said this was outside of their comfort zone, their wheelhouse. He recommended me on to 2 other firms, one of which was Gleason, Dunn, Walsh, and O'Shea, and the other was Poestenkill King. I spoke with both of them at length, and I believe that Gleason, Dunn, Walsh, and O'Shea was the better alternative.
Okay, just wondering. Thank you.
I'm sorry, other questions? I'm sorry. Other questions?
Is there a reason why?
Excuse me. Distraction. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have a question. What is the legal action? I haven't seen it.
Mr. Wing is suing myself, Frank, Lawrence Howard, and Tim Hoffa with regards to his zoning board of appeals application before it. We discussed it in the last meeting. I don't want to get into too much details. Here we can talk about what we're approving, but in general, he's looking for declaratory action, saying that the zoning board of appeals is the proper venue to hear his determination, which is obviously something that we disagreed with, and that he's entitled to a hearing, which he actually had a hearing last week.
So he's actually filed this with what court?
Rensselaer County Supreme Court.
Thank you.
Is there a reason why we're not speaking with both of these law firms to make a determination?
Time is the only issue, really. I mean, we were served on Monday. We had till Thursday. We got 20 days from then. You know, I certainly hope you trust my judgment. You know, unfortunately, for 5 people, everybody having good work stays, it'll be very difficult to work out a schedule where everybody could contact the attorneys. You know, so again, I think you have to trust my judgment. That's the reason I'm here. And, you know, I think I've performed ably in this position, and I don't think I've ever, you know, given you any reason to not trust me. And I recommend this firm as I think it's best interest of the town.
But we are meeting here tonight. We could ask them to come tonight and speak with us, right?
That's a lot to ask for a firm that's not guaranteed to be hired. You know, to come after hours for 7 o'clock at night, and
Yep.
the board might say no.
We would say no if we had a choice. That one of them.
But the 20-day limit had already been
Right.
clicking, and that was the problem we were looking at there.
We're just passing this
And that
tonight.
20-day limit includes the Labor Day weekend.
Absolutely, yes. We're about 5 and 6 days in already.
Since the last person.
Correct. Which was last Thursday, so we're a week in already, so we have 13 days to respond, otherwise we're in default.
What is this firm specialize in?
They do a lot of municipal work, litigation,
And they're good?
very good.
We don't have in the resolution anything about a cap on any kind of,
We don't,
is there an estimate about how much it could cost?
Tom and I spoke a little bit about that. It's hard to say. It's all gonna be on paper, and what I mean by that is there's not gonna be court appearances, there's not gonna be hearings. It's gonna be submitted. You know, we'll respond, likely to a motion to dismiss. There's gonna be some time inherently built in because the record is fairly large. I assume most of you have seen some of the correspondence. So just to get up to speed, but I don't think, and I hesitate to give my estimation because if it's more so than that, I don't want to create any issues, but I don't think this is one that's going to be overly burdensome in terms of fees.
There is no retainer that we have to put up.
Right, it's a purely hourly rate, there's nothing down. There's, as Tom said, no retainer, it's a hourly rate. And, you know, it will be a simply paper case, meaning no court appearances or anything like that.
Anyone? Frank?
I have questions, but more related to the action itself, not to the
Okay,
resolution.
all right.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Eric? Is that, okay, David? Thank you very much. Okay. I may read resolution number 31-2025. A resolution authorizing the hiring of counsel to respond to in the matter of the application of Patrick Wing versus Tim Hoppe, Frank Brzezzi, Ian Silverman, and Lawrence Howard. Whereas Tim Hoppe, Frank Brzezzi, Ian Silverman, and Lawrence Howard have been served in their official capacities with a summons and complaint by Patrick Wing for an order and/or judgment that Mr. Wing has the right to seek redress against the town of Poestenkill code enforcement officer, and that the town of Poestenkill zoning board of appeals is the proper venue to seek redress of a grievance against the town of Poestenkill code enforcement officer. Whereas the town's insurance carrier had declined coverage on this matter as no damages are being sought, amongst other reasons. Whereas the town has solicited the office of Gleason, Dunn, Walsh, and O'Shea to respond to this matter based on the firm's experience in municipal litigation. Now therefore be it resolved, that the town board of the town of Poestenkill authorizes the town supervisor to enter into a retainer agreement for legal services with the firm of Gleason, Dunn, Walsh, and O'Shea to represent the town in the matter of the application of Patrick Wing versus Tim Hoppe, Frank Brzezzi, Ian Silverman, and Lawrence Howard, presented and approved by Ian Silverman.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, David.
Councilman Butler? Yes. Councilman Brzezzi?
Abstain.
Councilman Haas?
Yes.
Councilman Oliver?
No.
Supervisor Russell?
Yes, please. Okay, that brings us to the second public comment period of tonight's meeting. I'm sorry, excuse me, guys, I didn't put you on the spot.
I said no. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Are we gonna do executive session?
I think Frank had some questions. I just had
Some legal questions.
a legal question.
Okay, so we're going into executive
Is that
session?
all right to do that?
We can move to go into executive
I
session.
just have one.
Okay, I'll make a motion to go into executive session, and what is my reason?
We're going to discuss pending litigation, namely the matter of Patrick Wing.
Thank you.
Second? All those in favor of going into executive session? Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? And we go into executive session. Thank you very much.
Personally.
Very nice evening to you. DJ.